Hi, welcome back to our channel. I'm Rebecca.
I'm Jennifer.
We're with Sycamore Lane Realty at Keller Williams in St. George. And today we're here to talk to you about what first-time home buyers need to know. So first we want to talk about who your guides are.
So your first guides are going to be your lender, that's going to let you know your budget, and then your realtor, that's going to show you the homes within your budget.
And the best thing about having those guides is they're going to be with you every step of the way. And we work together with them, with you as a team to make sure that you're really getting the best of both worlds so that you can function within your daily life and your monthly budget. Which brings us to our next topic is don't stretch your budget. So even if the lender says that you are approved at 500,000, that doesn't mean you have to spend the whole 500,000. And that's where we come in to really make sure that we're staying within your monthly budget and your daily budget. Because the last thing that we want to do is for you to be house poor. We want you to be able to live and go out on a date and take the kids to the park or go on a vacation. You know, that still happens every now and then. I don't know for me, but do you go on vacation still? So that's what your guides are here for, and to keep you within budget, truly for your comfort level. It's nothing to do with us, but our commitment to you that we're working on your behalf.
And I'm seeing a lot of buyers too that to me are well more informed as far as what their budget is, and they're staying within that budget so that they can.
Yes, and that's really important, and one of the reasons that the lender is one of your guides, because they give you a bunch of different scenarios of what could work for you, and you get to choose the best option. So being informed is part of that process.
And your guides are going to be your best friend. We're trained professionals in this field that have been waiting to meet you, show you homes, and be there where you're going next.
And that's your next step, is to pick your Sycamore Lane realtor. So you can either choose myself, Rebecca, or
me, Jennifer.
And either of us are going to do a fantastic job. Together we have 20 years of experience selling real estate to first-time home buyers. We help sellers to sell their home. We have helped move up buyers, any walk of life. And that's why Jen mentioned we're here for where you're growing next, because wherever you're headed, we're going to be there to help you.
Your first home, your growing family home, your retirement home. We want to be a part of all of it.
Yes. We want to watch you grow, be there with your growth, be there to celebrate your growth. And so that's why when Jen said your guides are your friends, that's us. We're your friends for life. And we want to be invited to those special occasions like a 40th birthday party or the birth of your first child, a graduation or celebration.
Yeah.
Any of those. We love going to them because we like to meet you and your family, and we like you to know that we really are here for you.
Yeah, we're in the home business and the family business.
And the relationship business. So next, after you got your lending in place, you're pre-approved, you got your realtor chosen, or if you want us both, we'll both go. So you can have us both because we work on the same team and we work for you. Mm-hmm. The next part, and this is the fun part for most people,
showing houses.
Home shopping. Yay, who doesn't love shopping? Mostly the women are going to appeal to that. Men, don't worry. We'll let you look at the garages, any shops that are out there. You can look at the yard, but we will be shopping nonetheless. So once we've found that property for you that you like, you both agree to, or if it's just one of you and you made your own decision, what's our next step?
And then we put an offer in.
Yes. So the offer is where we start the paperwork for you to purchase the property. And that's where we really are in your back pocket because we have been doing this for so long. We know the ins and outs. We know the market and which market we're in. So we can be there to help you, to tell you if the pricing is right, or if we are underpriced on that home, or if the home is overpriced, because the last thing that we want you to do is to overpay for a property, because that breaks our trust with you, and we really want what's best for you. That's what we're here for. Mm-hmm. So when you hire us, you're hiring us to be your representative, and that's exactly what we are. So once we've got the offer process, then we'll revert you back to the lender.
And we become best friends with your lender too in writing the offer to make sure that what we're writing lines in with your values, your needs,
And your goals
and your
for
goals.
closing. And then the lender will go over all of the costs that go along with the lending process. So they'll send you disclosures, you'll fill out the loan application, you've already filled out the loan application, but you go over all the cost, what needs to come out of pocket during the process. One of those examples is the home inspection. That's an additional cost that'll come out of your pocket that's not tied in with the loan. We recommend a home inspection.
Yes, always.
And tell us one of the reasons we recommend an inspection.
Because we always want to know what's going on with the property.
Yeah.
When you're buying something, a huge investment, and you want to know, you want a backing as far as word of mouth, structure, safety. Yes.
Yeah, so we can see literally like the walls and the roof. But what the inspector does is they go behind the walls, they go on top of the roof, they can see like x-ray vision what we can't see. So they'll determine if there's any leaks or anything majorly wrong with the property that could determine whether you move forward or not.
Heating issues,
Yep.
yeah, cracks in the foundation, anything that could be a major deterrent.
So one of the things in the contract that is to your benefit is the due diligence process. Jen, why don't you tell us a little bit about the due diligence process and what that means for the buyers?
So as a buyer, once I get my buyers under contract, my first goal is due diligence, which is usually about 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks to schedule an inspection to go through the property. I have 2 weeks to gather all the information on the property as far as the HOA, CC&Rs, and at times I door knock the neighbors.
Yeah.
To see exactly what the neighborhood's like.
That's one of the things that come with us being your representative, is being able to disclose any and everything that we find out about the property, which is why Jen mentioned, we'll go knock on the doors and find out from the neighbors what's really going on. Because if you're a neighbor, you know everything that's going on in your development, in your subdivision, in your neighborhood. So if someone's passed away, we want to know those things so that we can share them with you. And if we're not willing to take that step, then we're not fully representing you, and we are always representing your best interest.
Yes.
So after during the due diligence process, when the home inspection is done, there is an opportunity. In fact, the inspection report is emailed right to you directly once you've paid for the inspection report. And then we can go over all of those repairs that are needed, find out which ones really are needed and which ones are cosmetic, because the inspection is really just for the major high dollar costs that would, like a water heater or the air conditioning unit or the heater. Those things we definitely want to address. If it's a missing outlet cover plate, we'd probably let it go, because that's one of the joys of being a homeowner, is getting to do those little handyman to-do lists. So you get your Saturday chore list together, and those things you'll get to take care of.
Yes. Yep, so that's when we put in our request for repairs, the important ones, the hazardous and the structural ones.
And any safety issues.
Any safety issues, yeah. Okay, so our next step we go into, so while we're doing all this, our lender is going into underwriting.
You're going to get constant emails saying, hey, we need this document, we need document B, we need document C. You're going to provide those documents, and then it's going to continue, they're going to continue gathering that so they can go into the underwriting process. They will make sure that there's no red flags for the lending on that property, because not only do you get to qualify for the property or for the loan, the house has to also qualify for the loan. So we have to make sure that it's in living condition for the lender to consider it a safe investment and for them to be willing to lend on it. So it's not always depending on you, the home also has to qualify. So then any documentation that you turn into the lender, the faster that you turn that in, the quicker their turnaround time is. The rule of thumb for that is if they ask you for a document and you return it that same day, it's still going to be 24 to 48 hours until they're able to review that. So keep that in mind, that if we want a quick close, any documentation that the lender asks for, we're going to want to return immediately so that that underwriting time is shortened.
Yes.
And then we get the good news after underwriting. And what's that good news?
Loan approval.
Yes, favorite words that we get to hear. And then we get to share it with you, that you have been approved for the loan.
The purchase of home.
Yeah.
Yes.
So once we go from there, we are going to schedule the signing day. So we're going to meet at the title company, one of the companies that have done any, a lot of the behind the scenes work to make sure you're getting a clean and clear title. And during the whole loan approval process, there's a couple of things that you want to be aware of. One of those things are,
Do not apply for any additional credit
sorry,
cards.
I feel like I keep putting her on the spot, but I'm not meaning to. I just poke her when it's her turn.
Yeah,
It's your turn.
got it. Do not, don't apply for any additional credit cards. Don't purchase a new car, and do not quit your job.
Don't quit your job. And when she says don't apply for any additional credit cards, so when you're at Target or Walmart and they say, hey, do you want to save 5% and apply for this? Say no, because all of those inquiries are going to pull up on your credit and that could affect your ability to purchase the house. And the last thing that we want to do is to have a credit card inquiry affect your ability to purchase.
The smallest little thing as far as credit, income, can throw it off.
Yep.
For 30 to 45 days while we're in this process.
So we kind of have a rule of thumb that we tell you that while you're under contract and going through the loan process, you can purchase food, gas, and that's it. So if you have a new handy dandy AirPod that you've been dying to buy, don't, because it doesn't qualify for food or groceries or gas. Food and groceries are probably the same. So food and gas. So even if it's just a small purchase, a $5 purchase, it really does make a difference. So just be aware of your spending. Make sure that you're saving a lot because the lender does want to see that you have a reserve in your account to be able to pay your mortgage. And that's one of the final things they'll check off.
Yes.
So after we sign, a couple of things happen. So the package that we just signed is going to go back to the lender. They're going to review everything, make sure every I is dotted, every T is crossed.
The date is right.
Yep.
Your name is spelled right.
It's a package, so you're gonna get a thick package when you get a loan. So come prepared, do your exercises, because you're gonna be signing a lot of paperwork. And after the lenders reviewed that, they've given the title company approval to fund the loan. That records it into your name, and then what do we get to do?
Give you the keys.
Yes! You get the keys. Not only do you get the keys, you get the keys to your own house. You're building your own equity. You're building your own financial support system, and you are finally building your financial profile that will help you in long term.
Yes, and when that happens and you've been in your home for 6 months, you'll wish you would have done it sooner.
And we had an experience just this year with one of Jennifer's buyers that they would see a lot of homes, they liked a lot of homes, but they were just shy of making an offer. We finally had a talk with them just to say, this is the current market we're in. This is how much you're spending in rent. This is how much you're spending in mortgage.
Yeah.
And they finally made that leap of faith, and they bought their house. They are happier than they've ever been. They're on cloud nine. They realize now the money that they had been wasting is now going towards their next purchase when they're ready in a couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. So
anything else you want to tell them about the home buying process?
The home buying process, don't be afraid that buying a home, you're going to have to take on all the costs and the bills. I remember not buying my home because of the water heater. The water heater breaks, I'm just going to call the landlord. Well, that's called a home warranty. So stay tuned for our next video on home warranties and how they help cover the appliances.
So these are just a few tips that we've come across that not only are great for first-time home buyers, but for move-up buyers, for people that are downsizing. So if you have any questions, comment below because we want to hear from you. We want to answer your next questions. We can create a thread. We can communicate directly. So call us. We'll leave our information as well. And we look forward to working with you and growing. We're here for where you're growing next.
Yes, thank you very much. Any questions, leave them in the bottom of the comments. Have a great day.